Tomorrow is kickoff. Sunday, the Niners beat the Bears. It's going to be a great week.
Sunday, the Niners beat the
Sunday,
Bears.
the Raiders beat the Chargers. Easy.
We're talking possible league MVP Justin Herbert. So that's a lot to handle there, C-Rad. I'm just saying.
That's going to be the easiest win of the season.
Are we
Easiest win.
What were we just? You guys are spouting off what now? What was that? It was
I don't
real
know.
quick.
I'm just gonna. Now I have to run with this. Now I have to be like, oh yeah, my second team is now the Chargers. I guess
No,
that's
well, yeah,
what
no,
it is.
it's kind of your
team.
first team. But
Yeah, I
mean,
guess so.
I'm gonna jump on his team because it's LA. It's the other LA team, and it's great. It's great.
No
AFC.
way, man. There's only one LA team, and it's the Rams.
I thought for half a second I thought you were gonna be like, it's the Raiders.
Yeah,
clearly.
that's where they came
Which,
from.
let's be honest.
Well, I mean, I will tell you the Rams and Raiders are playing in L.A. That will be a Raider home game.
Yeah.
I'm not going to deny that. It's going to be ridiculous.
I mean, it's California. This is a Raider nation out here.
It's going to be nuts. But I think you guys, what you said, the Bears, Niners are going to beat the Bears.
Yeah.
I would hope so. I think the money line. I think it's like the worst money line.
Bears are one of the
I
worst
think
teams in the NFL on
I think
paper.
the Niners are like, it's like something crazy. It's like minus 325
Yeah, but we're going
or
into
something.
Soldier Field, so you never know.
It's just
Yo, if you guys get beat by Justin Fields, yo, let's pack it up.
pack it up.
Pack it up.
Pack it up.
That's honestly, yeah, you're right. If they can't beat the Bears in week 1, I don't care that you're getting the Pacific time zone and jumping 2 hours. I don't care. You can't beat that team in week 1.
And what did you say? You said something about the Chargers. Did you say who said?
Oh,
you
well, I
said
mean, you
Chargers?
said it's not going to be an easy. It's not going to be. It's a tough
Doug
task for the Raiders.
Doug said it's the Bears and Niners. It's gonna be easy win for the Niners, and I was like, the Raiders and Chargers is gonna be easy win for the Raiders.
Oh yeah, and then Cody got sad.
Yeah,
I got
Then you
sad.
guys-
My Chargers.
He's on my Chargers.
Go Bolts.
You guys, all right, you guys need to slap each other now.
Um,
It's the topic of the day.
I think Thursday night. I know this is unrelated. Thursday night, I think, is going to be an overtime game. Not only is it going to be a great game, I think it's actually going to be an overtime
No,
game.
it's
hell yeah.
31-28 Rams.
Well, I think it's worth mentioning to kind of kick things off here that this is, I don't know if you guys saw this. This is the first year since 2007.
Remember it like yesterday.
I know, right? It's 15 years. It's been 15 years. That there will not be a rookie starting quarterback in week 1. Is this is this just doom and gloom? Everything is bad for the hobby?
I would say that's not great for the hobby,
no.
Cody.
Or
That's amazing.
let's stay positive, because we always say it's the unknown. That's always the thing that the collectors go after. And once you actually know what you're getting into, it's not as sexy. It's not as appealing. Could this actually, in the long run, maybe be a good thing here for the first few months of the NFL season?
I think we had so much, draft picks the last 3 or 4 years at quarterback, that it was just we were bound to have a year where there wasn't going to be a starting quarterback, right? So,
gonna
but
happen.
sometimes it's better to speculate on a Malik Willis or
2013, baby.
speculate on a Kenny Pickett if they don't play. Sometimes it's better.
Heck, it's crazy that was
It's going to be back to like NT.
Yeah.
How much you want?
I mean, the fact that 2013 even had a rookie
50
QB
cases.
starting, crazy.
Yeah.
50 cases show up at your shop. Remember
Well,
those days?
we're done with the 2021 products. So, I mean, we just had Select, and that's gone. There's
Are
nothing
we?
else coming out.
Are we done?
Unless Les Panini's like, oh, let's make, I don't know, Gridiron
The
Kings.
first ever. We're just going to put this 2021 rookie class, just run it back.
do 1 and 2 or something.
We're gonna run it. We're gonna run it back. Start with the collegiate products. Go all the way through.
Dude, you know what? Thinking about it now, we talked about it last week a little bit too on last week's podcast, but I really like having the last 2021 product come out like right before the season starts. That's kind of nice, right?
Because you get the XRCs.
Yeah. Not only just because the XRCs, but it just feels right to have like, okay, we're gonna start the season. The start of the season is coming up, and we're getting the last of last year's group, and then we can this year's as the year goes on, then we can start getting the new class.
And who are you guys most excited about out of the 2022 rookie class in the chat? Go ahead and drop. I mean, fantasy drafts, you're seeing guys fall off the board. You're seeing Breece Hall go. You're seeing Dameon Pierce go. You're seeing Drake London kind of go in the later rounds. Chris Olave if your draft's deeper. So there is some potential there. Obviously, Kenny Pickett probably won't play. Matt Corral, I think, is out for the year. Malik Willis is behind Tannehill. So, I mean, there's a chance there. Ritter's actually
Could he be the
Yeah,
first?
I mean,
the first rookie quarterback to play.
Mariota is injury prone and not very accurate.
I'd still bet that it's Pickett. And I know there was kind of a snafu this week that Pickett was placed third on the depth chart,
he was third.
but Tomlin cleared it up and said, no, that was just the PR department didn't get it.
Okay.
No,
That
he's
was
number
a
2.
typo.
He's number 2.
That was a typo.
Apparently was.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
and
so.
then,
Mike Tomlin is a man of his word. If we've learned anything over the
Yeah.
years, he is a man of his word.
and we've seen, we've seen Trubisky already. If he's not winning games by like week 4 or 5, it's probably gonna be Pickett coming in there.
You would think, but they did give him the captaincy, right?
Yeah.
So that's the weird thing. Who
They
gives
gave who?
Mitchell Trubisky?
You know how them fans be when they want their rookie to come in.
I don't know why they get. I mean,
I don't.
Who knows?
I think the captaincy for a quarterback, that better be your guy.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's nothing worse than having a captaincy sitting there holding a clipboard. Like,
Khan says Garrett Wilson is one of the rookies he likes. I think we're gonna have
I like
to,
all those rookies on the Jets, by the way.
Yeah, Brees Hall
Yep.
as well.
What's the status on Zach Wilson at the moment, by the way?
He's
3
still
weeks.
up in the air.
3 weeks.
Did they come out today?
Yeah,
It's been confirmed today.
Flacco for 3 weeks.
Flacco for 3 weeks.
Just, I mean, again, knee surgery for your franchise QB. I've said it before on the show. I just feel like I don't know. Maybe I'm not a doctor.
torn meniscus is not that big of a deal now.
It just seems crazy, man. For your franchise QB, that's the future of your franchise, and you're like, 3 weeks. You went under the knife 2 weeks ago. You're fine. Go back out there. Put some dirt on it.
Yeah, week 4 is what they're saying. So 3 weeks of Flacco.
I don't. If they're 0-3, I think you pump the brakes on bringing Wilson back if he's not 100.
No, it's a long
Yeah.
season.
You-
What if
you
they're
throw-
3-0?
What you throw him in there? Like you're 0-3, and you're like, go in there.
What if they're 3-0? What if Flacco was 3-0? You just keep Flacco?
You kind of have
I
to
think
keep
you keep
Flacco.
Flacco.
And yeah, if they're 0-3, they're like, what's the ceiling for that Jets team with a healthy Zach Wilson and these pieces? Like, in that division, I know it's, Buffalo at the top, but like New England's much better than them. Miami should be much improved.
Your
Don't know-
season's not over at
You
0-3
think
anymore.
you
Not with the
think
extra
they win
game.
less than 4 games this year.
No.
It's possible.
And what does that mean for Salah? Is
We got-
Salah gone?
You got Jets. No, it's only his second year. I think he's got a. He's got.
I
a
think
lot
they're
longer
gonna.
leash.
Yeah, I think he's got a longer. I mean, I don't know. They always say like, "Oh no, this time we're gonna be patient," and then you go.
We're gonna be patient, and 2 years later, like,
Right.
yeah, we were.
And
We're
then you,
patient.
yeah, you,
Two
then
year-
you, then
two
you
years
lose.
is like 2 years is like 2 decades in football.
So it's New England, the Jets, Miami, and who's the 4th team in that division?
Buffalo.
Buffalo,
the
yeah.
Super Bowl possible
I
Super
don't know
Bowl
why I
champion
forgot about
Buffalo
that.
Bills.
Because
That's
they're just
one
in
of the
an elite
that's one of the
category.
toughest divisions in the NFL as well.
I love. You could say that about every division's pretty tough.
No, not the Niner one.
AFC South.
Yeah, clearly the
stinks.
Niners number 1.
The AFC South is bad.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah,
Rams should run that division easily.
that division actually, it seems like it has taken the biggest drop off with
'cause of
Seattle.
Seahawks,
With
yeah.
Seattle.
Also, the NFC North stinks.
And you don't know what type of Cardinals
Bears,
team you're
Lions.
going to get. You don't know what type of Kyler Murray you're going to get for how long. I mean, he could be the MVP week 10. And then
Modern Warfare comes out in about a month.
Okay.
yeah,
when did the Niners play them?
So they start 4-0, and then they go on a 4-game skid, right?
Yep.
Jags division, yeah, not very good.
Yeah,
Not
AFC
very
South
good.
is bad. NFC North is bad. That's probably the 2 worst, I'd say. NFC South might be a 1-team division, depending on
Strongest division.
strongest AFC West.
I like the AFC West
see,
more.
I'm actually going to agree. I think AFC West is the best division.
To bring it back to the card market, so then basically all the teams that the rookie quarterbacks are on, minus number 5 here, are all on your guys' low list of not being good because you got the Bears. You said were bad, so the
Bears
Jets
are
are going to
bad.
be bad. The
I don't
Jaguars
think
are going to be bad.
the Jets are going to be bad.
So you've got do people? So this is just what I'm circling back around here. Is this mean the 2022? We may move on once these guys are 0-5, 0-6, 0-7.
The Niners are not going to be good because of Trey Lance.
The team is too good.
The Niners have out of all those teams that drafted rookie quarterbacks, the Niners by far have the best roster.
Yes.
Like not even close.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But the other ones, do we even think any of them are going to have winning records?
I-
So everybody that
Patriots
loaded
will.
up on these guys.
Patriots.
But it won't be because Mac Jones it'll be kind of like the Trey Lance situation. Will be a very good team around Mac Jones. I think if any of the 2021 QBs does take a big leap, it's Trevor Lawrence, because I know it's not like they stacked him with incredible talent around him, but it's a better offensive unit than he had a year ago. There was positive momentum going into the offseason.
There's going to be less drama in the locker room.
Way less drama. And I just think still, if you had to ask me which of those guys do you want for the long term, it's still probably Trevor Lawrence. He's a once in a generation sort of guy that they were putting up there with the Peyton Mannings and Andrew Lucks of the world. So I still have faith that he can turn things around. And it may not be a playoff team, but I think it's a team that by the end of the year we go, okay, there's real positive momentum.
Trevor Lawrence is that he finished last year on a positive. He finished last year playing good football.
Yep.
Yeah.
So hopefully he can carry that momentum into this year, because who knows, they could be one of those surprise teams.
Kind of like the Bengals were.
I don't think they're going to go to the Super Bowl.
Nah, probably not.
But but I think at this point, like some of the it's a successful season if you go 500. If you're competitive and
That's
you go
a huge
500, that you're building to the right point.
And
right?
speaking, I'm glad you guys talked about the Jaguars. The Jaguars are still available for the $100 break coming
and that's
up.
why I did. That's
$100 break coming up. The Jaguars are still available. They're on sale. There's only about 8 or 9 teams left, guys. I'm going to drop it in the chat. That is going to go off right after this podcast. We're going to get right into that $100 break, and it's going to be insane. There's going to be yelling, hooting, and hollering. We're going to be excited for these cards coming out. A lot of different years, a lot of different possibilities, and right here, so don't go nowhere. And you got a chance at winning Super Bowl tickets. So one of the teams, the 32 spots, somebody's going to win 2 Super Bowl tickets for Super Bowl 57 in Arizona, where the Niners play the Bills.
No, and you get to go, and you're going to be able to, if the Rams and Raiders play in that Super Bowl, you're going to be able to hang out with myself and Conrad.
Yeah. Okay.
And I brought this Brian Edwards RPA for good luck for everybody that joined the break.
Still on the team?
I don't think he is.
5 out of 20.
What's up, SB?
It was either this or Ruggs RPA. From
Well, you don't want to bring that one.
Yeah. So I brought the Brian Edwards. You know,
Brian, but I think he's on the team. I think so.
Yeah, we are going to be yelling, let's go, all
Let's
night.
go.
Let's go, energy drinks. But yeah, I think we've got another segment on the wide receiver market.
yes.
Because I think it's a big question in terms of cards. So everybody gravitates toward the quarterbacks, but we've seen guys like Justin Jefferson last year, Jamar Chase, and we have some crop of wide receivers coming up. Cody, what's up with the wide receiver market?
I think it's an interesting topic to get on for cards. Sorry, we're going live and live stuff is happening. But I think in terms of cards, because it's we've seen this like evolution the last few years since the boom of like Justin Jefferson, everyone gravitated towards him. Obviously, he had a record-setting year, but then things kind of dipped, and then you got Jamar Chase as like the new favorite. But now I feel like this is a really unique situation where you've got QBs that we've already talked about are not starting in week 1. There's not as much hype about these QB classes. The last 2 years had historically great, quote unquote, historically great QB classes. You could make an argument. You've got a historically good wide receiver class of 3 guys selected in the top 12 picks who are going to be starting. So I think it'll be something interesting to watch. And obviously to monitor where Jamar Chase is going to be here as we go along. Is it just going to be now that this is sort of kind of supplanted maybe running backs as like the ultimate like flip, like buy and flip position in football? Or is there real long-term value here if we look at maybe Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson's markets in a little bit here?
And let me pose that question into the chat, and I'll ask you guys as well. Over the last 3 years, if you could invest in any wide receiver over the last three years, 19, 20, 20, I guess you could say 4 years, 19, 20, 21, and 22, who are you investing in and why? And I guess we could start. I'm putting you guys on the spot, but C-Rad, not Brian Edwards, which wide receiver are you investing in and why?
I'm going to go with, man, I want to say Jamar, but that's such an easy answer. I'll go on a limb and say Garrett Wilson because I believe in the Jets.
You're thinking, turn it around.
Yeah, mine's not. I think there's a pretty substantial opportunity with the guy I'm going to pick, because last year a lot of his cards were redemptions. I don't know if they're live yet. They might be trickling in, but you can probably get those redemptions relatively inexpensive. He is the number one option, I believe, for the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going Kyle Pitts.
As a tight end, I said.
Oh,
tight end.
yeah.
But he
Think
is
of that.
he's a receiver.
Yeah.
But he plays tight end.
And very, very good. He's really
So
talented.
that's the
But
guy
the
I'm going
quarterback scenario there, like you said,
But
Mariota.
when Mariota was with Tennessee, the tight ends always did really well.
Shout out, Delaney Walker was there, right?
Delaney Walker,
yeah, shout out Delaney Walker.
Jared Cook,
Yeah.
former Raider great, former Ram great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't sway. Justin Jefferson, I think, is kind of transcendent amongst younger fans. For
His dance.
the gritty dance, the swag that he kind of shows. I almost wanted to say he's like baseball's Fernando Tatis, but I can't say that anymore because of what happened with Tatis. So let's hopefully Justin Jefferson doesn't use
Until he uses
deworming.
cholesterol.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Let's hope he stays on the up and up there. I mean, Kirk Cousins is arguably a pretty underrated quarterback. If you look at Kirk Cousins' stats, you would think that he'd be going to the Super Bowl based on the stats, but that's neither here nor there. So he's got a good quarterback throwing it.
Kirk Cousins is properly rated.
I don't think so.
He is a number 16 out of 32 quarterback for his whole career, and that's what he'll always be. He's fine.
Kirk Cousins top 10.
Kirk Cousins is top 10?
You know what his rating
No.
was last year? He had 105.
Top 10 what?
He had 105 rating.
Top 10 what now?
I agree with him. He had 105 rating at 35 touchdowns.
He is like
He is underrated.
He is underrated. I don't know.
There was a time. I don't know about it anymore.
every year you look at the stat sheet and Kirk Cousins is up there.
Yeah.
He's every year, and people are just like, what are the Vikings gonna do about a quarterback? You got one of the best ones.
I kind of lean towards properly rated, but I could see that maybe because Minnesota is just overlooked in general.
Maybe I'm being harsh by saying 16th out of 32.
But we all were like,
But-
Justin Jefferson's best receiver in the league. Who's throwing him the ball?
I
know.
think
Adam Thielen's
I feel
healthy
like
too.
I feel
Adam
like
Thielen's
Kirk
healthy
is properly rated.
All right. So if you want to look at active quarterback rating, like the active quarterback career ratings, Mahomes at 105, Aaron Rodgers at 104, Deshaun Watson at 104, Russ Wilson at 101, Dak at 98, and Kirk at 6.
Top 10.
So Kirk actually has a higher rating, quarterback rating than Tom Brady right now amongst
He's
active
better than
players.
Tom Brady.
But look at what the general sentiment is about Dak Prescott, and he's below Dak Prescott, right? We don't rate Dak Prescott anything.
Better than Tom Brady, according to that.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
I'm sure Dak has a lot fewer games played too. I'm sure. Same thing with Deshaun Watson on there too.
Jay Kaiser in the chat making a very good point. He gets hate because he never performs in primetime, which
True.
is very true.
That's what I was gonna get to next. It's when the game
and
matters.
very few playoff games.
Yeah, and you look at that was a Blake Bortles effect. Blake Bortles actually had some good stats, but he had the worst third down conversion of all time. So he'd have 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, but he would never convert on third down. So there's something about that as well. But
Keeping that punter busy.
yeah, well, yeah, exactly. So and honestly, the Vikings were in it to get a playoff spot last year. Kirk Cousins got COVID. And they started that guy. They didn't make the playoffs, so they started that guy, Mr. Sean Mannion, Mustache Mannion.
In that game, he threw his first career touchdown,
Yeah.
regular season touchdown
Finally got
to
it.
KJ Osborne. Bury that deep down inside. That'll be a trivia question someday.
But back to your Atlanta Falcons. You're talking about Kyle Pitts. They also have Drake London as well.
Yep.
So there could be a youth movement of Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and then Ritter. Just a young guard moving on past the Matt Ryan days.
Yeah.
So I'm not totally against Kyle Pitts, but I think you got to keep an eye on Drake London as well.
Who's running the rock
Ooh, that's a good question.
In Atlanta?
for Atlanta? Is it still Michael Turner?
I don't know.
Jamal Anderson.
I've done enough fantasy drafts now where I'm like, Cordarrelle Patterson is a running back in Atlanta?
Yeah, okay, that's
yeah.
it. That's the guy, and he's
don't really have a run.
he's had a couple good seasons.
Yeah.
I think of Cordero Patterson as still a receiver.
So
but
do I.
He is
He's like 6'7".
He's a running back. He's a running back.
Yeah, he's a running back. Chris Olave is, I mean, I'll just take Chris Olave as the other guy just because he's got Jameis Winston throwing him the ball. And I don't care. Jameis Winston's going to get like 5 interceptions a game, but he's also going to throw for like 450 yards and get 2 or 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So he's going to air it out. Chris Olave's going to be on the receiving end of a lot of those. So he's in the best situation to just get the most action, the most stats just to pile up. So from that perspective, and I mean, it's Chase and Jefferson got to where they are in the card market because they were breaking records as receivers. If any of those 3 guys has the chance to at least get to that point, I think it's him, Chris Olave in New Orleans.
Yeah, and then Michael Thomas is up in the air, right? He's supposed to be back, but we don't know.
Yeah, he's not healthy at the moment, but he'll be back at some point.
And then you have Taysom Hill, who even knows if he's going to be a tight end or a quarterback.
Don't sleep on that late round wide receiver for the Packers either. Supposedly, like, he had a tremendous training camp. Aaron Rodgers is like loving him.
Lazard?
No.
Oh, who
There's
was
a
that?
rookie. Right?
Romeo. I don't know how to pronounce that. Romeo Dubs or Dubs.
Oh,
or-
yeah.
They're light. They're light on receivers.
Yeah,
so
so
I don't think it's going to take much to get Aaron Rodgers excited right
You
now.
know,
'Cause right now, I actually think their number 1 is
Lazard. Yeah, because they lost MVS and
Yep.
Devon.
I got Lazard on my fantasy
And
team.
Jordan brings up a great point in the chat, and I can't believe I forgot about this guy because I was high on him last year, is Amon-Ra St. Brown. Unfortunately, Detroit doesn't get a lot of airtime, and we kind of, I mean, this guy was quietly, I remember having him on my daily fantasy last year, and he's like putting up numbers every week consistently. It's just the Lions weren't winning.
So he was a good he was a good fantasy.
He had a really good year.
Yeah, did he get over 1,000? I think he was pretty close.
He was close. If we're going with other young receivers too, that I think I'm not totally sold that he's going to have a huge year, but I think at least I'm curious about Jalen Waddle with the new offense. I know he's the number 2 now there, but maybe that takes some of the pressure off of him. So I think at least I would curiously look at some of the Jalen Waddle stuff right now. And look, you're not going to get there's a few prices we have here of Jefferson and Jamar Chase where they're at right now in the market. You're not getting QB prices at the long run for these guys, but considering probably what some Jalen Waddle stuff is right now.
How about Rashad Bateman?
Yeah.
Yeah,
not be
Ravens
a bad
need
one.
somebody. They lost Marquise
Yeah, they
Brown.
need someone. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and here's my question overall, card market. These guys never sell higher after their rookie year. Like, none of these receivers do. Like, is that going to change? Because that's obviously a fear. If you bought Justin Jefferson at the height,
Cooper Kupp, dude.
well, maybe he didn't start high. So, yeah,
He's
maybe
high
that's
now,
the exception.
though. I mean,
not that high, though, in
pretty high.
comparison. I just
high.
bought
I actually have some Cooper Kupp cards right here. I was curious because
you're a millionaire.
he's far and away the best receiver in the league at the moment. Him,
I
Devontae
wouldn't say
Adams.
far
You
and
could say
away.
not far and away.
You could say that again.
Maybe him, Devontae Adams. They're 1 and 2.
You know what?
No,
You know what?
Debo
Cody,
had like
I know.
If I ever tell you how much I like your takes,
I know who writes
Yeah.
the checks around here.
Debo only had 30 less yards
man,
overall
I mean,
than
your
him.
takes dead on.
Dead on.
I'm also, he also helped me nearly win a fantasy league last year, so I'm a little biased. But on August of this year, PSA 10 2017 Gold Cooper Kupp rookie auto sold for $3,300 just a couple weeks ago.
It's a lot of money for
It's a lot of money for a receiver. It is.
Cooper
And
Kupp,
I think,
which one?
it's a Gold 2017 Prism rookie auto number 10 PSA 10.
So he's the exception, but he didn't come out hyped, right? So it seems like
Right.
the guys like
You could
the
have bought that. You
Jefferson.
could have bought that card for
Yeah.
like $35.
Whereas
probably.
I put it up on the video,
Probably.
but a rookie gold PSA 10 Justin Jefferson sold for $7,500 back in April.
Wow.
Yeah,
Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson outsold Cooper Kupp
By
by
double.
a substantial amount back in April.
But that goes back to the whole Luka theory, is that Justin Jefferson does have a hardcore
More
group
popular.
of collecting, right? A lot of collectors have his cards already.
Way more invested in it.
Right, way more invested. They try to keep the prices high. But yeah, I mean, I'm obviously I don't like to collect running backs. I like to collect quarterbacks. But I'm like, maybe I collect some wide receivers. Like, where do I go? Debo's probably another guy that didn't sell as well in 19 as he sells now. But that's because he didn't have a lot of hype. Had a 1,700 something yards overall last year, and has a big payday. So we'll see how that works out. But a guy that's multifaceted. Is anybody collecting Debo Samuel in the chat?
No.
Sheesh.
That is a no.
Top 3 in the league, right?
Man.
Yes.
Yes.
If I'm putting that
I don't
third
remember.
guy,
I don't
I'm
remember
thinking
seeing. I
Debo.
don't remember seeing a Debo Samuel segment on the preview roll when we were going through.
We're talking
I
about
didn't-
receivers, and
I
we got to
didn't-
talk
I
about the
didn't-
top 5, right? Yeah.
He's 5. He's fine.
He's easily in the top 5. He's probably number 3,
ain't
honestly. He's probably
three.
I think
He had the
he's number
second
3.
most yards in the league
He ain't
last year,
3.
so that's 2.
I think he's number 3.
Is Devontae Adams in the top 5?
He's number. He's
He-
either
Number 2
He's-
after Coop.
He's at least number 2, and it may be
number 1
1A,
for me.
1B.
Cup is
He
number
is-
2 for me.
Yeah, he is. He's above Debo.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's fair.
Who's above Debo?
Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams and Cooper Cup.
Or what is
He's
Aaron,
old.
Aaron Rodgers calls him Tay. Tay.
Now he's calling
doesn't
him.
call him that
Now he's calling him
anymore.
traitor.
No, he
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
He was on Barstool, and he was like, there was they had it was actually pretty. It was a pretty funny segment. It was Donald Driver, Jordy Nelson, Devontae Adams, start one, sit one,
Cut one.
cut one.
That's
or
so
something
popular,
like
the
that.
3 option thing. We should
And
probably do that.
and he started. I think it was Devontae, but he referred to him as Tay.
Fair enough.
Let's do one that's
get
buy,
it.
sell,
I
or
didn't know-
slap.
I didn't know who he was talking
How about
about.
buy, sell, or slap?
Oh man,
Cooper Kupp, Debo Samuel, Justin Jefferson. Buy, sell, or slap.
kiss on the cheek.
I'm not. Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, we have
I'm
the
out.
segment.
I'm out.
Think about that.
I
In
think
the
we-
chat.
I think we could move on to the next segment. We're running out of time.
Yeah.
I think Cody has like multiple streams popping up. There's things going on.
Well, we've got NFL buy or sell, which is kind of close. We just need to add a third one.
No, we're keeping it.
I
we're-
think the word you're looking for, Doug, is hold.
Yeah, hold. No, ain't no
sell, or hold.
Ain't no hold here. It's NFL buy or sell. Basically, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you not like the most obvious names here. I want to give you some guys that I think we all will have different opinions on, various opinions on, or specifically a type of player as well. So let's start off with I think a quarterback that is going to be one of the most talked about guys. That would be Lamar Jackson. I think they are still talking about contract negotiations with the Baltimore Ravens. He's got an MVP already, but I feel like there's no middle ground with Lamar Jackson. You feel one way or another about him strongly. Where are we at with Jackson? I just looked it up. His 2018 NT True RPA BGS 9.5 at its peak in March sold for $36,000. Just recently
time.
sold about a month ago, almost $20K less at $16.8 thousand.
For which card?
For
True.
his NT True RPA. Also his Silver Prisms.
I
PSA 10.
just traded one
Yeah.
over and it's significantly less than that.
Yeah,
so.
it has plateaued basically at about 5,000.
Yeah, I saw one trickle in.
Yeah, I basically traded it for a Josh Allen at the show, a Josh Allen Immaculate RPA. So that one, number to 25, was valued at around 8,000. So he's gone down significantly. So it's tough. I like Harbaugh. That's the thing. I like Harbaugh. I like him being in that system. I think Harbaugh's a winner, and he's proven it with Joe Flacco. But Marquise Brown's gone. I mean, who's gonna? I mean, they get J.K. Dobbins back. I obviously I already sold, so I think I got to go with sell.
Wait, you sold?
No, I traded.
You sold a Lamar Jackson?
I technically sold it, but I traded it.
I just saw it come in.
Oh, then there's a different one that you're thinking of.
There was one that like came in like not that long ago.
No, this one was like 5 or 6 months ago.
No, yeah, this was like a true. It's I saw it unless
No,
that was
it's,
the one.
it's gone now. It's not in there anymore.
Wow,
I was out of the-
you know what sucks is I was like pretty excited that we had one, and now I'm bummed that we don't have one.
So it sounds like Dan might be in the buy.
I am in
mode.
the buy.
Yeah.
I
He's
thought
alluding
I
to
was
that.
like I thought we had $1 million check. I was like we're retiring, but now it's gone. That sucks.
I mean, the way, and
For an immaculate RPA?
yeah,
Why?
because it's Josh Allen.
But a true NT Lamar Jackson.
It wasn't
RPA,
true. It was number 25.
Even better.
No, it's not. Actually, it's not.
Man.
Still
yeah.
considered the true. It's just the,
It's a
the
true
parallel.
design. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm buying. Well, apparently.
I'll
I'll
see. I'll see if the guy wants to trade back.
No takesies back.
Are you sure? I swear it was up there.
No,
It was up there.
no.
He does like I sold it for sure.
Unless we bought another one that I don't know about.
Well, you would have had to buy it.
No, we bought it like 4 or 5 months ago. And
Dude, it was sitting up there.
No, it was in the safe.
No, it was recently. It was up there. I was like, man, I'm all that's a cool card that we have. I didn't
check inventory.
Man,
See, Red, you buying or selling on Lamar Jackson
that sucks.
before this gets more tense.
Oh man, that's a tough one for me. That's a tough one because I do like Lamar a lot. But with his future up in the air over there, without the extension and less
He's gonna get
playmaking
paid, dude.
receiver.
They're not gonna get rid of him. Can you imagine him like as a free agent?
I mean, I like the prices they're at now, so I'll say buy.
I don't know. I mean, I think he's forgotten about.
Would you trade it for a immaculate Josh Allen RPA?
Josh Allen's really good.
All right, let me put this in perspective. I know we have more guys to go over. Would you rather have Lamar Jackson or Justin Herbert?
I think you're asking the wrong guy this question.
Would you rather have Lamar? Wow, we know where Cody's going.
Like,
all right.
Wait, like for the same price?
No, I'm just saying, like you could invest in one of these. Would you rather have Lamar Jackson or Justin Herbert?
Oh, based on the price, I would go Lamar Jackson.
Take
I
price
can't.
out of the equation.
Well, then I'd go Justin Herbert. But like,
Okay. Would you rather have Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow?
Oh, Joe Burrow.
Would you rather have Lamar Jackson or
What,
Trevor
is this
Lawrence?
like a riddle? Like,
No,
what?
I'm just saying.
It's like
No, there's going to be 9 or 10 guys over him. That's the problem with him. Is
Oh.
that there's going to be 9 or 10 more guys.
I thought there was like a math equation that was going to happen here, and you're going to be like, and the winner is Aaron Rodgers or something like that.
No, it's like a magician. No, I'm just saying. I think that there's too many quarterbacks that are being collected over him, that the money doesn't push to him, is what I'm saying. Regardless of his play on the field, we've had too many rookie quarterbacks from 19 to 20 to 21 to 22 now that he's just like 10th.
All it's gonna take is for him to make a run, just like the way Josh Allen did, and then his prices will be right up
Yeah,
there.
he wins the Super Bowl. Then we have a completely different conversation.
And if you wanna-
he wins a Super Bowl this year, and he may be the highest paid player in the NFL.
Yeah, he will get his money.
I see. I mean, we see the drop in his prices, and I'm comfortable at where they're at now. Where I like the buy opportunity with Lamar Jackson.
I think what you're saying, Doug. Yeah, it's like, yeah, of course. If you just were like, which card do you want, the Herbert or the Jackson card of the same kind? Yeah, you're going to take the Herbert or the Burrow just because you're going to get more money. But at that price, Lamar Jackson, and again, a guy who, if you want to talk about like, oh, well, Josh Allen's outselling him and Murray, whatever it may be, it's like, well, he's got an MVP. He's made as deep a run as any of these guys that we're all hyping up about, and he's doing it with a lot less around him.
Exactly.
You give him the right tools, and I think in a way, like, he may just say, Baltimore's not setting me up for success, and he goes to a place that gives him the tools and gives him the players around him to make him a successful player. Like, then I think the sky's the limit for Lamar Jackson.
I don't agree, but like I think my whole plan, and this is me walking the Burbank floor. So I basically brought my cash, but I was like, I'm gonna turn this card into more cash so I can buy more cards, right? Because it's a higher ceiling card. Nobody offered me any money on it. Not one person offered me money on it.
Well,
so
I think
nobody wanted
I think
him.
that shows
Well,
in
it's a good time to buy
general
it.
right now. There's not a lot of people like willing to spend. They would trade, but they don't want to give you cash.
Right, so that I found
and we saw that even selling wax in the Denver show. It was a lot like, will you take cards for this? Like I have cash on me, but I don't want to spend cash. I want to hold on to my cash.
But
I
people
wanna
were
give you-
but people were buying Lawrence, Herbert, Burrow. People were buying those guys.
They weren't trading.
and selling them. Yes, that stuff was moving back and forth. But you bring a Lamar, and it's like 4 years ago, man. Like it didn't translate.
Yeah, he's not the flavor right now because it's again he had injuries last year. Like, we have forgotten. Like, I think people need to remember how good this guy is capable of being. And it's all it takes is, I mean, people were off on Josh Allen pretty quick, and then suddenly now he's the hot new thing again. He's so it's
The
that's all it
hottest
takes.
guy, probably.
Yeah, that's all it takes. All it takes
he
is like,
was.
what if he starts off 6-0? Then we're all going to be talking about Lamar.
I think we're speculating
Right,
that the Bills are the favorite to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, and I think it is a quick flip in regards to buy him now, sell right after the Super Bowl.
Sure. Yeah.
And that's probably what Doug was thinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I just think that Lamar is going to get lost in the shuffle. I hope he does well. I do like him. He has a lot of talents, and I do like Harbaugh.
All right, we'll keep the next couple ones short. We'll just do 2 more here. I do want to ask you guys just in general about defensive players, as now with this draft class, no rookie QBs, but top of the class was defensive players. So maybe there's a market for that. But also, just recently, two guys I wanted to point out. Aaron Donald, number to 25, NT Auto, PSA 10, sold back in January. Again, Super Bowl run, so maybe the prices are inflated. Sold back in January for $12,000.
It's entirely too much for that player.
That is wild for a defensive player.
Best ever to do it.
That's fair. That's fair. Nick Bosa, 2019 Gold Kaboom PSA 10, sold in January for about $2,500. Again, defensive players. Those are the top guys this year. It's not the QBs. Are we buying? Are we selling on defensive players? What do we think?
Well, on that, I have the best Nick Bosa card made sitting on display right there. I think he's going to win MVP this year. So I would definitely consider. I probably shouldn't be telling you guys this.
Dude, Niner fan.
I thought that's gonna be your.
He's gonna break the sack
broad
record.
prediction.
That's the bold take right there.
I might be already allowing my bold take to happen.
Niner fans. That's that.
Have
I
you
mean,
seen this
just
guy?
out of their minds, like out of their mind, like
Yeah, I agree.
break the sack record. Lance is gonna throw for 78.
I'm not talking
touchdowns.
about Lance. I'm not talking about
He's
Lance.
going to run for 25.
I'm waiting on
So he's
Lance.
going to be the first guy ever to have over 100 touchdowns in a season combined.
No,
Like,
this guy's a beast. I mean,
they're not going to lose a game for about 7 years.
no, I'm not saying buy Lance. I'm saying buy Bosa. Because that's the gentleman that's going to get paid next year. They're going to back up the Brinks truck. He took one for the team, and he bet on himself. Because he could have pulled a Debo and asked for more money, and he didn't.
Yeah.
So he's going to go out and break the sack record this year.
He has to stay healthy.
Mark this one down.
He has to stay healthy.
Yeah, obviously. You think he's going to get sacked?
No,
when he
no,
gets
no.
injured?
He's gonna break the sack record in 4 games.
He's gonna break the sack record. He's getting an extra game. You know, they implemented the extra
do,
game
they
last
do,
year.
that's
So
Exactly.
That's
So.
it's a little bit easier to do
Yeah,
now.
I mean, everybody does it now. What did Strahan have? Like, his 20, 21, 22? Yeah. Easy now with that extra game.
SB says, should we be investing in kickers now? Which,
Well,
okay, fair point.
Hell yeah,
maybe
Younghoe Koo.
don't invest in defensive
Rodrigo Blankenship,
Yes.
Yeah.
I think, is without a doubt.
McPherson.
Justin Tucker, probably the GOAT. Might be probably the best to ever do it.
He
at his
is the
position.
GOAT. He is the GOAT kicker without question. Yes, absolutely.
What an era of football.
Yeah, GOAT kicker.
You got the best quarterback ever to do it. You got the best kicker ever to do it. You got the best defensive player ever to do it.
We don't have the best. No, well, yeah. Anyway, I don't know. It's a hell of a time. Let's go on. Last one. I was going to talk about running
We didn't
backs,
do
but,
buy or sell on it, though, did we?
I mean,
Buy or-
yeah. What do you think? What do you guys think? Are we
Buy
buying
or
or
sell
selling?
defensive guys?
I don't know if I'm doing any of it.
I'm
just letting it sit there.
yeah. I'm not.
We got time, too, because of break.
I'm just gonna watch.
Sell.
I mean, if you've got let's put it this way: if you've got a good Aaron Donald card somewhere, probably a good time to sell it.
I bought a number to 99 ungraded, so raw, Contenders rookie auto for $375.
It's a good price.
It's not bad.
It's a very good price.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, buy if you want to collect for your team or a player that you like, but as far as an investment, defensive players are not there yet. If you can buy
This could be the year, though. I'm saying.
if you can buy an Aaron Donald Contenders auto for under $500, we're not there yet.
Well, or we could buy Khalil Mack rookie cards.
Are they live? Are they live yet?
Bounced around. Yeah, I was gonna say also
That's
bounced
true.
around.
What
too
team
much.
is he on now, actually?
He's on Chargers.
That's right. Oh, man. That's and Bosa and Mack?
That guy,
Khalil Mack?
that guy's
Khalil Wack.
that guy's a scrub, dude. He keeps on getting traded because nobody wants him anymore.
Don't they have the best corner? They have the best corner in the league,
I
too.
don't even think he actually is I don't even think he's on the starting defense.
Who?
I think he's bench backup.
Mack?
Khalil Mack.
Anyway, all right. One more.
Special teams, I think.
One more. I think he's the most interesting QB. One of the more interesting QBs in the league this year. Baker Mayfield got traded to the Panthers.
I love him.
He said, and I quote, well, I won't directly quote, when asked about how you're going to face the Panthers, or what's it going to be like
Game
to face
one
the Browns.
Browns.
What
I
did he
know.
say?
Isn't that a great storyline?
I'm going to beat them to F up, is what he said. I'm going to beat the F out of them. is
You
what he
can't
said.
make this up for week 1, right?
No.
Because you
And
have
Seahawks, Broncos as
Seahawks
well.
Broncos
Oh
Monday
my
night.
God.
You're just like I almost feel like
NFL
that's why he got traded.
Yeah.
They're like, oh,
And NFL lined up week 1 with the
And
matchup
then-
that we
and
made.
Von Miller going against the Rams.
Von Miller was on the Rams for like a month and a half.
He's like there for a
Integral part of that Super Bowl.
I mean, no,
victory.
he's great. He got a ring, but that Baker Browns matchup is going to be amazing.
It's going to be really
It's going to
good.
be great because I mean, it's two teams that are really not that good.
Well, if you ask me, it's going to be great because I think the Panthers are just going to absolutely
I think so too.
destroy them.
I think so too. I think Baker is going to.
Who are the Browns starting?
Brissett.
Brissett. For daily fantasy, and I know we don't really talk about that too much. I'm starting Baker in every daily fantasy.
I mean, let me throw. I mean, because here's the prices right now: a PSA 10 Silver Prism, which I can't even believe. You want to talk about how crazy things got at the peak, which was 2021. A Prism PSA 10 Silver sold for $10,000 of Baker Mayfield.
Well, I
know, it's less,
Rare.
but.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
age old topic that we talk about all the time with Prism. There was one Prism per box, one Prism Silver per box.
But
2018.
yeah, even still, that still is a price that just blows my
when?
mind. I believe it was May of 2021 that sold. So it was right after the Browns
And
had
what
a
does it
great
go for
year
now?
with him. You can get one now for as low as $1,300.
Jeez.
I thought you were gonna say $13, but
$13.
I mean, $13
which
bucks.
to me, this is the easiest buy because I look at the offense around him.
we got some.
Well,
You buying?
I'll buy.
Sweet.
I'm in. I look at that offense
We
around
got some.
him.
We got
Little
some.
bit.
Yeah, we
I
got
traded
some.
those too.
DJ Moore, a healthy McCaffrey, if he can stay healthy.
I'll
But,
take a Silver Baker
yeah.
for $1,300.
This is not my bold take, but I think Panthers are like a sneaky wild card team.
Well,
really
they're
do.
going against what, the Bucks, Falcons.
Yeah, they're in a
Saints.
division that's not that strong other than the Bucks. I think that I think they could absolutely be a wild card team in the NFC.
What did
Yeah.
they do last year? Weren't they pretty? Didn't they have
They were
a decent year last year?
They had an up and down season with that boy.
They had a
Cam
they
Newton
had a
coming
good
back.
they had a good start,
Yeah,
and then they got real bad for like the middle part of
yeah,
the
dude.
season.
I watched a lot of Panthers game last year too.
I don't know why.
They
Why
would
would you
be
do that?
betting, but they would be
I'm
in
a
the,
degenerate.
they would be in the games and then they would lose it at the very end. So they were keeping close with their opponents.
It's like
so
a comp-
Baker Mayfield could like push them over the edge.
It's a phrase that not many people use.
But I mean, in order
Watched a
for
lot
your
of Panthers games last year.
but to be fair, in order for your investment to pay off right now, if you buy them now, they'd have to make the playoffs, right? At least.
I think for it to pay off, he has to make the playoffs. Yes,
Yeah.
which is that's basically the bet I'd be taking. Buying him at those prices right now is that is a playoff team, and I mean, I don't think it's a stretch.
And I know one of our guys, Chris, he's a Cleveland Browns fan, and he was a Baker fan, and he's hoping Baker does well this year.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, poor Cleveland. They should have got Jimmy Garoppolo, but hopefully Deshaun Watson comes in and they're competing. We'll see what happens.
Nah.
Maybe, probably not. Probably not.
Nah, whatever happens. I will. I'm not rooting for Cleveland. Let's just put it that way.
Like the thing
Definitely
is,
not rooting for Cleveland.
the thing is, the Browns still have a. If you look on paper, they have a decent team. It's just like their quarterback situation is just a mess right now.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah,
They got-
self-inflicted.
Got a good running back. They got
Yep.
probably one of the best edge rushers in the league.
Yep.
Patriots just sold.
Patriots sold.
Buy or sell. Well, what's our last?
All right. Well, let's wrap it up with this before we say goodbye. And then, again, stay tuned. If you're watching us live, big break coming up, Boompalooza. Give me the boldest NFL take for the 2022 season. It can be on the field. It can be in about football cards, whatever it is. Give me your boldest, hottest football take for the 2022 season.
And don't be a homer.
And try not to be a homer. If you got to be a homer,
Okay, I get it, guys.
fine,
I get
but
it.
try not to be.
I get it.
It's fine.
Go ahead.
Me first?
Yep.
Oh man. All right. Let's see. What do I think might happen? Zach Wilson makes it to the Super Bowl with the Jets.
Oh, what?
Wow. Jesus. Milfson.
That's my non-Raider bias take. Hot take.
Dude, that
I think Sean Mannion has a better chance of winning MVP than that happening.
Oh my God.
pretty close. Pretty close. Wow. I have two of them. One of them, Cody, you took one. My bold pick is the Panthers making the playoffs.
Nice.
That was one of them. The other one is the Lions
No.
making the playoffs.
No.
Wow.
And removing the Hard Knocks curse.
So I need to know who's the NFC playoff team for you. So that probably means the Niners are out.
The Niners are not making the playoffs.
Okay.
I mean, besides Bosa racking up 73 sacks,
Sure.
4 defensive touchdowns, 18 fumble recoveries. The stat line's gonna be crazy.
I would imagine Eagles are out,
Yeah.
which is that's fair. Even they got AJ Brown, so I mean,
And
it's a good team.
I mean, I'm not sure about the Packers.
I feel like Rodgers.
can't
Is,
count-
I feel
I'm
like,
not
I feel
gonna
like
bet
Rodgers
against
is good for like 10 wins, bro. Maybe 11 by
Yes.
himself.
I don't know. I'm sticking with it, man. Lions, and I'm not saying they're gonna win a division,
Yeah.
but I think the Lions get into the playoffs.
the wild card.
I got-
You're going with the Dan Campbell's
Dude,
old adage that he's
Grit.
like the fact that he's like every Sunday 1 o'clock.
On
the dot.
He sold me. I bought in.
I mean, it's good logic.
I like that team. I'm rooting for Jared, and I think
How did the Raiders play 4 games
what
preseason?
They played 3.
No, it hasn't. The
Hall of
oh
Fame-
yeah, they played
Hall
the
of
extra
Fame
Hall
game.
of Fame game. Yeah,
yeah, because they're 4-0.
yeah.
There's the only team that played 4 games.
well, in preseason doesn't matter.
No, I know, but they're champions.
Yeah, if
Preseason.
you,
But it was nice.
we won our division.
Preseason champions.
you want your preseason champions.
Are you
guys-
really-
So you guys do a parade and a banner.
You're really gonna do
Yeah.
the Sacramento Kings
We've
sell
done
the
that.
Summer League champs
5
T-shirts?
times.
You're really gonna do that?
Well, here's my bold predictions. Tua is a top 5 MVP candidate,
Ooh, I like that one.
and the Patriots don't make the playoffs,
I love Tua, by
which
the
isn't
way.
that bold of a statement in that division. But
No,
I think Tua is a top 5 MVP candidate. He's got Tyreek.
And you
He's
said
got Waddle.
the Patriots
don't make
do.
the playoffs.
Oh, I thought you said do make. I'm like,
Don't make, which isn't that's not too far off.
no. I mean, I could see that.
I still like Tua. I
I don't think it has anything on Zach Wilson winning the Super Bowl.
that's I don't
no,
think
no, no, no. Did I
anybody
say
tops
winning the
that.
Super? I said going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but
Sorry.
he's gonna lose.
Just-
Okay. Okay.
He's
Well,
gonna-
that means the Raiders don't go then.
Well, you didn't want me to be biased here.
no, I mean Zach Wilson beats the Raiders in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, it's gonna be Raiders or the Jets,
and then the Raiders,
facing the Rams in the Super Bowl.
and then the Raiders go to the next 5 Super Bowls and win all 5 of them.
That's my hot pick for next year.
Gotta make it even. Gotta make.
When
things
is the
even.
Super Bowl coming to Vegas at some point? It's got to be. Right?
It'll be
2
the
years.
year after this.
2
Oh,
years.
nice.
Book
So
your
we
room-
don't necessarily need to
book
make
your
it
rooms
this year.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't necessarily need to make it this year, but next year, home Super Bowl, like what Dan got to experience,
Is
that'd
great.
be nice.